You are capable of winning races, but you can't do it alone. It's time to elevate your game to the next level with RMR Driving Academy. Richard Murtaugh is the longest-running setup builder on iRacing with nearly a decade of experience. With a combined 13,000 rating across 2 accounts, Murtaugh has helped more than 20 drivers advance to the World of Outlaws Pro Series. Log on to rmrdrivingacademy.com or find them on Facebook and Instagram.
Good Wednesday evening, everybody. Welcome to the Digital Sim Sports Network, the Dirt Racing Network, and live coverage of the Midwest Truck Series. Tonight, well, we head up north, all the way to Chicago. Joliet, Illinois, to be exact. Chicagoland Speedway. We've had some great races on these mile-and-a-half tracks. This season has proved to be very, very competitive. The new invert rules have really made a lot of drivers shine. Sometimes when you put the spotlights on things, you wither. We haven't seen a ton of that. I'm going to apologize in advance because I can only get some of these guys' paints to load. It's a select about 5. There's one. And Watson was the one. Select trucks, they just will not load the paint. I have tried a dozen times. Apparently this new update has done something weird with my trading paint, so I am going to have to uninstall and reinstall it tomorrow and try to get it to work again. We'll see if I can fix it by tomorrow night's race. But right now, some of the bigger ones, some of the bigger names in the series, some of their trucks just ain't loading. So we're gonna just make do. That's what we're gonna strive for, is perfection among imperfection. Real quickly, I will give you the 4 drivers that will be inverting to the back. It's going to be Corey Blevins, Adam Vinny, Brock Bigelow, and Jacob Watson now into the top 4. So those 4 drivers will drive. They'll do their qualifying, and then they'll get inverted to the back. They will be eligible for the half bounty if one of them can come to the front and win. We'll have Jacob Mashburn, Frank Chavez, Jacob Watson, Michael Everett, and Todd Keir as our Dash for Cash drivers. And that is just the highest finishing driver in the race of those 5. Picks up the $10 for that. And then we'll get our top 10 starters who are eligible for the full bounty, which is at $100 tonight. And if one of them can beat the top 4, and the top 4 all finish within 1 lap of the winner, well, that driver collects the 100. If one of the top 4 come up and get it, and all 4 of the invert drivers finish in the top 7, that driver is eligible for half of the bounty, and then we'll take the other half and keep it to next week and add to it. A couple of races left in the season. That's all that is left here. Some good news for the network. If you follow the Facebook page, you saw that DSRL is coming back with their Monday Night Thunder. I think that's the 29th of August, and then they're going to turn around and add their own truck series on Sunday nights. And I believe we are going to have a guest commentator on the Sunday night series. That is still being worked out, but I'm pretty sure we're going to have somebody for the first couple of, or after the first couple of races. I think he said he has to miss 2, but then he can take it over from there. So we'll figure something out, and we'll get Sunday nights a-going. Right now, we're just waiting for that last 2 minutes. While we wait, I'll remind you guys early about tomorrow night. Netcode Esports Mighty Midget Series. I'm sorry you guys have to see that voice chat thing popping up. I haven't figured out how to move it yet. This new user interface, it just straight up sucks. I hate it. Hate every second of it. If there's anything about it I do like. I hate when iRacing just slaps stuff on you and it's all or nothing. There is no let me choose how I want to see things. They just say this is how it is. Bunch of dictators. Anyway, tomorrow night, Netcode Esports Mighty Midget Series. That'll be about an 8:15 start time. We should go live about 8:15 Eastern, so make sure you tune in for the doubleheader tomorrow night. I do see that Barbara already said hi in the chat, and I say, oh, Tiny Dancer hanging around. Yeah, I don't want to even talk about that right now because I'm actually feeling about being completely and utterly the same way they're behaving, but only from the other side. I think it's about time. I've always aimed straight down the middle. I think I'm going to start aiming a whole lot more left when I shoot my targets now. About 25 seconds until we get to qualify and have what I expect to be a very good race. We have seen Kansas and Charlotte, and we have seen all of the mile and a halfers be very good this season. Green flag pit stops, all the fun. And I expect that to happen again tonight right here at Chicagoland. Just trying to look and see 24 drivers, and the only driver hadn't been on the track, Jacob Mashburn, the 125 truck. Okay, so qualifying, we'll watch as many as we can. We know they all go out at once, but we'll try to watch as many of these drivers as possible. And I see Brock Bigelow rolling out. I see Adam Vinny's already rolling out. Michael Everett is rolling out. Ryan Combo. Coy Callis. There goes Stephen Pearson. Russell Harold. So a lot of them are rolling their way out. I don't see Tony Martin tonight, and I'm discouraged by that. I did not know he wasn't going to be here. I hope everything is all right with Mr. Martin. All right, Bigelow on the clock, heading up the backstretch already. Not a straight backstretch. This thing's curved, and I always like the shape of this track. It's very slick. It can the truck can get away from you, the car can get away from whatever you got out here. It can get away from you. There's bumps in the corners. You got to enter right. You can cut this dog leg right here. Adam Vinny, 30-46. Bigelow, 30-50. So second quick combo. McLaughlin to fifth as he shoots around, gets ready for his second lap. Let's watch a little bit of that. McLaughlin, 30-78, but he can improve it on lap 2, I am sure. Brandon Mackey now jumps into the top 4. Austin DeMore jumped up there with his first lap. Garrett Boyd, lap number 1, second quick. Same as Bigelow's second quick. McLaughlin jumps back up to 4th. Let's go watch Boyd's second lap. And we're going to go out. Corey Blevins just now put himself on the clock. He's about half a lap. Make it 3/4 of a lap into his run. End of lap 2, and we'll go watch the 24 truck. Blevins the first time by. Only 13th quick. And Boyd on lap 2 did not improve. In fact, he went the same time. Jonathan Scott now, quick time. Blevins wipes it out off of turn 2, so he is going to have a rough night. But Jonathan Scott said, well, you know what? 30-41's pretty daggone good. I think I'll take it. Sets him on the pole right now with just a couple to go. Frank Chavez just finishing up. Dylan Herman. Hugh Escobar. Kyle Gomez. 2 trucks still to go. Sorry, guys, I'm writing right now. Mr. Escobar down there at about 21st. Let's go watch Kyle Gomez as he is making his way around. Ryan Comba right now in the top 10. First time by Gomez, 31.12. That is a long ways, and he loses the back of the truck on lap number 2 coming through turn 2, and that will not improve his time. So of the 23 that have taken time, he will end up being 23rd quickest. I don't know if Mashburn is going to take time or not. Yeah, that lap time quite a ways off. So he will not improve, does Gomez. Jonathan Scott going to get quick time tonight. Just edges Adam Vinny by 1/100. DeMore was 300ths behind that, and then Boyd and Bigelow in your top 5 there. They were not quite a 10th off of quick time. So we will see 1, 2, only 2 of our top 4 drop out. So we'll move the 4 to the back, and that'll put everybody up a spot, 1 in each row. Am I right about that? Yeah. So you'll see Adam Vinny drop out of that line. And Brock Bigelow will also drop out of that left-hand row. So that'll scooch those rows up. And it'll put Jonathan Scott and Garrett Boyd in the front row. Austin DeMore and Sean McLaughlin in row 2. Stephen Pearson, Brandon Mackey, they'll move up and be in row 3. Then Ryan Comba and Kevin Spalding in row 4. Todd Keir and Mike Forstner make up row 5. Row 6 is Jacob Watson and Corey Blevins. And actually, Watson will be dropping out of there, so it'll be Coy Callis. Him and Blevins both go, so it'll be Callis and Bojanic in that 6th row. Harold and Everett in row 7. Chavez and Herman, row 8. Escobar and Emerson, row 9. Row 10 is Gomez and Mashburn. And then you move Watson and Bigelow into row 12, and row 13 is, or row 11, and row 12 will be Vinny and Blevins. So our field is set. It's along with 75 a lapper. We'll definitely see pit stops. I am hoping we get to see green flag pit stops. I love it when we get them, because that absolutely is a game changer, 1,000% in these things. Drivers already starting to drop back. Jacob Mashburn is not going to make the call, so we'll only have 23 of our 24 entrants actually make it to the racetrack. Bigelow and company headed to the back right now. Jacob Watson moved his way with a string of podium finishes recently, has moved his way into that top 4. So we'll see if he can drive it from the back to the front, keep himself in that top 4. In the points. He's got a shot at a half bounty tonight. If he can drive up here and pick up his win, then he's got a shot to pick up bounty. A lot of heavy hitters up at the front now, though. I mean, Jonathan Scott's always fast. Garrett Boyd always runs towards the front. You still got your DeMores, your McLaughlins, Mackeys, all those guys. And again, Mackey was in the top 4 to start. He just fell out of the top 4 last week. Well, let's get ready to throw the green flag. We're underway with Midwest Truck Series from Chicagoland Speedway tonight. Work them up through the gears. twilight here. Hopefully the lights will come up pretty quickly. Twilight over the racetrack, and it's making it difficult to see. Hello, Miss Jane. How are you? 3 and 4 for the first time, and Jonathan Scott has the lead over Garrett Boyd at the moment. Oh, he lost the back of the truck. Everybody checked out. Good job by Austin DeMore. Did not get into that rear bumper. Followed him down on the apron and did not get him turned around. What a piece of driving right there. No caution coming out because nobody hit nobody. Boyd, McLaughlin, Mackey, Spalding, Pearson, and Kamba. Then DeMore, Forstner, Kieran, Callis. Scott fell to 11th. Going to go back. 11 truck's already on the move. He's taking no prisoners. He's just passing them left, right, sideways, backwards, upside down. Already up into the top 15. A little smoke out of the 2 truck as I think he slid the right rear a little bit. You can see how spread out they're getting. Running 2 and 3 wide here down that backstretch into turn 3 and 4. They got to get that figured out to double file pretty quickly. Truck down on the apron. That's the 11. Actually, Jane, the rehab is going pretty well. They make me very sore at the end of it, but nonetheless. Battle for the lead, Brandon Mackey. 99 truck trying to take the silver bullet and take it out front. He drops to the bottom. And Mackey pulls ahead on the exit of turn 4. He'll lead lap number 4. McLaughlin right there behind Boyd. And you can see different paint on Boyd's truck, or different numbers on Boyd's truck than what normally is on there. That is because Trading Paints is messing with me. He's got new paint on that truck. I got a sneak peek of it yesterday. And I don't. I'm at my wit's end with iRacing. This may be my last year on the service. I'm up for renewal in December, and it may be very hard for me to renew because I'm tired of their crap. Mackey to the front, 3 wide behind him. DeMore's in the middle of the sandwich. Truck out of shape. That was Ryan Kamba. What a piece of driving to save it. He's going to have to keep it straight and steady. Let everybody else work around him. Whoo, that was close. He was way sideways. He wrecked that truck. And he saved it. He's going to fall back in line in 10th. Several drivers got around him, including the 11 of Adam Vinny. I'm looking. Brock Bigelow is right behind him right now. Look back a couple spots more. There's Corey Blevins. Where is the 31 truck? Jacob Watson? Well, Jacob Watson snuck through there, and he got out in front of Adam Vinny. He is put alongside Forstner in the 4 truck right now. They're inside the top 10. Watson 7th, Forstner 8th. Vinny's 9th. Bigelow now 10th. Back up front, they've almost figured it out. Mackey's got the point. It's side by side behind that as Boyd is up on the very, very top of the racetrack, trying to use the momentum line and stay in front of Austin DeMore. It looks like he's got it. DeMore will get in line. Top 5, nose to tail. Kevin Spalding, our white wheel truck, still doing the cancer battle. Good on him. Kick cancer's butt. That's what I'm saying. Then Jonathan Scott, who started on the pole, has fallen way back right now. He's back to 6th. He's about to be reeled in by Watson. We're not 10 laps into this thing. These guys are all ready. Up here inside the top 7, 8. Watson 7th, Forstner, then Vinny and Bigelow 9, 10. Corey Blevins kind of stuck back here in 12th. Ooh, right behind Kama, and Kama got the fence. That 204 truck is not happy right now. Blevins will look to go to the low side, see if he can clear that 204. Kama still waving around in the breeze. That's 11th and 12th place right there. Michael Everett right behind those guys. Then Keir, Pearson, Callis, Herman. It's a little gap back to Bojanic and Escobar. Emerson in 20th. Chavez, Gomez, Harold through 23rd. Garrett Boyd taking the point back from Mackey while we were finishing our run through the field right there. And once again, Austin DeMore is side by side. This time he's working on Sean McLaughlin. McLaughlin will take the spot off the high side. I think what you're going to see is drivers are going to migrate up there to that higher line. And that momentum, oh, McLaughlin right rear out of shape. He's going to lose at least one more, maybe two more, because Watson may squeeze by as well, and he does. Watson on the high side makes his way into the top 6. He's the first of our 4 inverts as Boyd and Garrett go back at it for the point. And that time Garrett went down on the apron, come back up, and there wasn't room to the wall for him because Mackey was there. And they'll be too wide, too deep because Spalding now is working around the high side trying to take a spot away from McLaughlin. And it looks like he'll get it done up there on the outside as Mackey takes the point back from Boyd. Jonathan Scott has fallen off of the top 4. He's trying not to get reeled in by Watson, but Watson is looking at doing it. There's Adam Vinny and Austin DeMore side by side. And I think the high side will prevail here once again, and Adam Vinny will clear Austin DeMore. Mike Forstner keeping things interesting back here in 9th, right in front of Bigelow, and then Corey Blevins is right behind that. He got around Kamba and has kind of held ground right there. We're only 15 laps in. We're not even close to pit stops yet. And Kevin Spalding looks like he's trying to make a run at the lead. The bottom side may just not be the way to go. Jonathan Scott now has driven back up to this group, and he's going to go around McLaughlin up top. Right now, it looks like you want to be in that upper lane, especially through the corners. Oh, maybe not that far up as he drags the fence middle of 1 and 2. Oh, and Watson had to back out to stay out of the back end. He nearly lost that whole truck. He drove it down to the apron to get it back up underneath him. He'll lose a spot to Adam Vinny, so put Vinny 6th. Almost put the 21 truck into the fence there, did Garrett Boyd. As he is trying to reel in Mackey now. This field is stretched about 12 seconds from 1st to 23rd. And that is nearly halfway around the racetrack. Jonathan Scott still hanging on in 3rd right here, but he has got no help, but he's about to have company. Oh, the 31 truck out of shape, out of 2. And he will get back in line. He'll hold 7th place. And now Adam Vinny up to 4th around Spalding. Up front, top 2 still nose to tail, Mackey and Boyd. And Vinny is going to make a run at Jonathan Scott. Scott went to the bottom. Vinny goes to the top, put him in the top 3. Scott to 4th, and Spalding has the outside. He may take that spot away. Positions changing hands pretty quickly here. There's a move on Forstner from Watson as he gathers things back up and tries to make a charge back to the front. He's got Jonathan Scott with him. Right in front of him there. Brock Bigelow right behind. So 3 of our 4 inside the top 7, 8. Corey Blevins is 11th right now. The invert truck. Oh, truck into the fence again. I think that was the 31. Drug the right rear on the fence. See a lot of these guys migrating to the top of the racetrack. We go back and look through the field. Here's your side-by-side battle. Going to be 19th and 20th, Dylan Herman, Chris Emerson. The top side prevails in that one as well. Corey Blevins seems to be the only truck going to the bottom and doing any moving forward at all right now. And it's not every time he does it. This time Forstner got a good run off the high side, used the momentum, and drove right back by getting into 1 and 2, but Blevins will have that preferred line on the outside, and he'll take the spot directly back. Truck slow on the bottom. I'm not sure who that is. It's Bigelow, and he looked like he was going slow. He may have just been moving out of the way because truck in front of him, Jonathan Scott, has kind of been fighting, keeping the back end in line. Mackey now has fallen behind the 11 truck of Adam Vinny. Put him to 3rd. Everybody chasing Garrett Boyd. I got to feel like these guys are going to want to get the pit road around lap 37 to 40. They are not going to run any further than that. Boyd. 3rd time he's been out front since we dropped the green flag. We're just now coming to complete 24 laps. Let's go check. Where are all of our top 4 drivers? Well, there's Corey Blevins. He runs in 8th as he gets around Sean McLaughlin. Right in front of him, Jacob Watson. Right in front of that, Brock Bigelow. And we know that Adam Vinny is up here in 2nd. Vinny will drop it to the bottom. They'll stay at the top, the 2 of them, around 1 and 2. Lights starting to come on. We should start to see more and more of the truck detail as we go along here. .26 in the books. Battle's heating up at the lead. These guys are 1.5 seconds in front of the rest of the field. So it is a 2-truck battle right now. Mackey by himself. Spalding is pretty much by himself. Bigelow is now 5th. Jonathan Scott is 6th. Watson and Blevins 7 and 8. And DeMore and Everett 9 and 10. And here comes Forstner trying to break his way back into the top 10 as well. Comba and McLaughlin behind that. Stephen Pearson still 14th. Pearson's goal for the night was just to actually be running at the end of the race. Boyd a little out of shape. He was drifting it just a little bit in turn 2. Trying to keep the power down and into the truck. He'll go to the bottom. Good run coming up off the corner. He opened it up just a couple, 3 truck lengths, but Vinny goes right to the apron and closes it right back down to the same distance we were the last time we went through this end of the racetrack. That time, a little brush of the fence. That might be all she wrote. Because now the 11's alongside. He can side draft his way, get down into 3 and 4, and he should be able to do the slide job and get up in front of the 21 before the corner exit. Exactly what happens. Boyd crossed him over, went to the apron. He'll get right alongside. He takes the spot back, getting into 1 and 2, but I don't think he can come up the racetrack. And that means that Vinny will have a big run. I thought he'd pull right back alongside. He's going to have to do crossover. We're into the battle part of the race right now. We're not even to pit stops yet. And it's already a dogfight at the front. They're 1 3/4 seconds out there. They can afford to do a little fighting. 30 in the books. Great battle up front. This time, Vinny can stay alongside. He'll have the run down the backstretch. Truck slow on the bottom. I think that's Ryan Kamba. No, Dylan Herman. Dylan Herman coming out. Might have went to the pits. He did. Dylan Herman was in the pits. One point. Now these guys are racing each other and pulling away from third on back. Mackey still in that third spot. Bigelow. Now Blevins is up to fifth. And late in the run, Corey Blevins claws his way to the top 5 right before we head for pit stops. Watson sixth, and Scott, Forstner, DeMoore, and Everett. Kevin Spaulding is on pit road. Where? Vinny's gotten away from Boyd now. Mackey is getting around Dylan Herman here. Herman's got fresh tires. We're getting into that area where pit stops should start to happen. We'll keep our eye on the telemetry. Jacob Watson still inside the top 6 at the moment. Thirty 35 laps down, 40 to go. Stephen Pearson, Russell Harrell both on pit road at the moment. Russell Harrell had to move his truck too far back in the pit stall to get service. And here comes Stephen Pearson. He's right at the halfway point. Leaders not pitting just yet. There goes Jonathan Scott, 7th place, and he'll head for pit road. Here comes Dylan Herman going around Garrett Boyd right there. Reeling in Adam V. He's just trying to get a lap back. One of his 2. The leader's on pretty old tires here. He probably just has to let him go. Jacob Watson on to pit road this time by. So one of your top 4 in points was running inside the top 10. Slides completely through his pit stall. That will leave a mark on your finishing position. And now Dylan Herman trying to work his way past Adam Vinny. Well, he is trying to do it so carefully. Waiting for our leaders to go in. We've had 2 out of the top 10 go in. Jonathan Scott went in. Jacob Watson went in. Nobody else is taking it. There goes U. Escobar. He'll head in. He was running 16th when he turned it left off the racetrack. Well, looks like Adam Vinny's going to head for pit road. Will he have company? Yes, he will. Garrett Boyd is going to come in right behind him, and Boyd came in real hot, caught right up to him. So your 2 leaders. As Mackey assumes the point, Blevins and got around Bigelow, and now they run 2-3. Forstner is 4th. Kier, Kaust, the whole front part of the pack came in. DeMore came in. Kamba, Everett, Bajonic, all of them coming in. Let's see who gets out first. And they'll go in together, come out together. So your 2 leaders. We're right behind one another going in, right behind each other coming out. Top 3 still on the racetrack. But Blevins and Bigelow are reeling Mackey in. They're going to have to pit. Corey Blevins probably figures that this is a good time to get it done. It looks like he's going to pit road. Maybe not. He just was taking the bottom. He's going to go for the lead off the bottom. I thought he dropped down there like he was going to head off onto pit road, and he did not. Todd Kearshaw, McLaughlin, Coy Callis, Chris Emerson all on pit road right now. We're watching our top 3 right here. Side by side for the lead. 43 laps in. And I think we're getting some signal now. Possibility of drivers heading for pit road. Adam Vinny trying to unlap himself. Here comes Blevins and Bigelow. Mackey will stay out. Vinny will unlap himself very easily. Bigelow followed Blevins in. Forstner already leaving pit road. So the last of the vehicles that haven't been in, well, Mackey's still out front. Bigelow, Blevins. There's Brandon Mackey. Let's see if he comes down this time. He does. Pulls it down on the apron, and he will come to pit road. Slides the truck. Oh, no. Keep it straight, keep it straight. Woo. He had to really lose a lot of time trying to keep that truck off the fence. Almost hit the inside wall there, so that'll hurt him getting back out. But now, your leader, all right, there, and your second place truck, well, he's right there. Gap's opened up a bit. It's about 1 second. Kyle Gomez assumed the lead here in the 55. We saw him have problems earlier qualifying. It seemed to be okay. He's down here riding around, getting his laps in. Now tank's getting dry. Got to go in, get fresh skins, put a little bit of go-go juice in it. About 30 laps from the end. So everything will cycle through. New third place truck will end up being Jonathan Scott. Spalding will be fourth. Jacob Watson will be fifth. And these guys are so spread out. We may not catch a caution unless something weird happens. It's 1.5, almost 1.6 seconds back to Boyd now from Adam Vinny. Corey Blevins came out. He's 7th currently, probably going to be right around 7th or 6th when this whole thing is finished and cycled out. But he is 11 seconds behind. So everybody has cycled through pits. 3 trucks not on the lead lap. Emerson, Gomez, Herman, Chavez, and Everett. Multiple laps down, looks like maybe. Yeah, 1 and 2. But out front, 1.5 seconds. Adam Vinny from second to last in this field to the point. Boyd still second. Scott, Spalding, Watson, Blevins, Bigelow, Pearson, DeMore, and Mackey, the top 10. And Mackey went from leading this thing. He came out of the pits 10th after that huge slide getting on pit road. Forster, Kamba, Callis. So we head back. Where are our top? All 4 drivers that inverted are now inside the top 7. .3 seconds. The gap is closing a little, and I think that probably is a little bit of a product. Vinny got into traffic, and he's maybe trying to save a little tire for something at the very end, so he can try to fend an attack off. Boyd still second. Scott is still third. Blevins is now cycled through to the 4th spot. Bigelow is 5th. Spalding and then Watson is currently 7th. He's going to be 6th here in a moment. He is 6th. Brandon Mackey still inside the top 10. And he is passing a lap truck of Frank Chavez right there. Forstner was one of the last few to go to pit road. And he is right behind Mackey. Still got 17 trucks on the lead lap. Looks like 17th place Paul Bajonic is right in front of your leader, Adam Vinny. A lot of laps left. Anything could happen here. 3rd place is 8.25 seconds behind your leader. Blevins is closing in. He's bringing Bigelow with him. These two, I think, were the last 2 of the top 5 to go to pit road. Trucks are spread out all the way around this racetrack. We have not had a single caution. We've had multiple opportunities where it was a possibility, but we have not had a single caution. We are 20 laps from being finished with this. 55 laps already in the books. Watching Jonathan Scott, who has now fallen to fourth as Corey Blevins got around him. Brock Bigelow is right there trying to work around him as well. It looks like he'll get the job done. While those lap trucks were kind of intermingled with your leader, it's allowed Garrett Boyd to cut the 1.6 seconds down to about 1.25. Corey Blevins still the fastest truck out here. He was 3/4 of a second faster than your two leaders the last couple 3 laps. Dylan Herman back on pit road again. He was the first of the trucks to pit this evening. And so, therefore, he probably was going to get short on fuel and need to pit with somewhere around 20 to go, and that's what it looks like has happened. As Hugh Escobar, the 72 truck, and Escobar 16th place, still on the lead lap for the moment. Couple of laps here, he may not be on the lead lap anymore, but we'll find out shortly. Bigelow got around Jonathan Scott. He's up to 4th place now. That happened about 2-3 laps ago. Worked his way by, and now he is just about a second, not quite a full second, behind Corey Blevins in that 4th spot. Here, Hugh Escobar. Truck danced right, danced left. He's lucky he kept it underneath him. Second place truck now has reached that line of trucks that Adam Vinny struggled to get around. And we'll see what kind of fight they put up to the second place truck of Garrett Boyd. Big scrape there. Emerson right in front of second place Garrett Boyd. Adam Vinny now has cleared the group, and he's starting to open that up. It was down to close to a second. It's out to 1.3, but Boyd is struggling to get around the lap trucks. Same contact there with Escobar. But he's struggling to clear these guys just like Adam Vinny did. Here's your caution, folks.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
You'll be all right if he don't hit the fence, and he did not. So we'll see it right here. Escobar loose off the top. Boyd was just coming through the middle trying to get under him. He'll go for the ride. Down through the grass. I don't think either truck hit anything but each other, and those were light taps. So our first caution comes with about 12 laps to go. I guarantee you we're about to see pit stops. Because if the leader doesn't go in, everybody behind him is going to, and they're going to try to fight it out. Waiting, watching to see, is our leader going to come down pit road? Yeah, he will, and that means that everybody else will go with him. The whole field's coming in. The only truck that could stay out, well, Dylan Herman, he don't need to pit. He just came off pit road, but he's 13 laps down. So he's just trying to get a lap or two back. I think Paul Bajonic and Frank Chavez stayed out as well. So now we'll watch. They'll come out 1-2. I thought that Emerson was a lap down. I think he is. So he got in and out in that pit cycle. He may have gotten a black flag for entering a closed pit. We'll just have to see where he lines up because he was a lap down to the leader. Blevins came out third, and that's going to make it interesting because now he's going to restart right up front. Bigelow, Scott, Mackey, DeMore, Forstner, Watson fell all the way back to ninth. Pearson, Spalding, McLaughlin, Callis, Kamba, and Keir through 15th. Bojanic went in. He was late getting in. He's 16th. Everybody else off the lead lap. That's Chavez, Emerson, Gomez, Harold, Escobar, Everett, and Herman. So, we're going to get ready to double these guys back up. Adam Vinny's going to take the outside, it looks like. Wants to get in front of his teammate. We'll get the restart. 9 laps remaining. Cautions sometimes breed cautions. We'll have to see how it goes. All right. Pace car is going to get out of the way. And we're going to get our second start of the night.
Green flag, green flag.
As the green flag falls, a little wonky start at the front. I think Boyd tried to time it a little bit. He kind of missed it. And I think maybe Vinny saw him trying to time it, and he waited a second, which is well within his right. But he's going to drop to the bottom. That is going to put Blevins right on the back end of the 21. The 27 will stay on the high side. They'll dance around up the backstretch. Boyd went to the bottom. Bigelow went up high. Blevins is kind of stuck in behind. He'd like to clear those guys and go make a challenge. It's 11 and 27 working in tandem there, and they're doing a good job of getting to the front. Go back. Watson is still 8th. We'll get back around here to the front. Watch this front 3 or 4 drivers here. Blevins has now got the high side. Oh, big drag of the fence there from the 11 of Adam Vinny as he come off a 4. Didn't seem to slow him down a whole lot. Looks like Boyd got out of shape down the backstretch. He is going to drop to the inside. Blevins going to get a clear run now. He's going to have 6 laps to try to go and get the front 2. So does Jonathan Scott. Austin DeMore. Top 5 right there. Watson is 6th, and he is right in it as well. Top three, nose to tail, literally right there. Bigelow to the inside of Vinny for the lead. Can he make it work? That's going to give Jonathan Scott a shot on the top side as Blevins drops low. Your front four are side by side by side. Bigelow to the front with 4 to go. Blevins through the middle. Adam Vinny out wide, and Brock Bigelow went low. Now they're going to fan out all over up the backstretch. Adam Vinny back to the point through turns 3 and 4. 3 laps remaining. Track temperature seemed to have cooled down. The bottom very, very good right now. Wasn't good early when the track was still warm. Blevins up high. Bigelow is down low. They race for second and third right now. Adam Vinny stays out front. 2 laps to go. Blevins looks like he'll clear Bigelow. Jonathan Scott still right there. Now Watson works on DeMoore to get inside the top 5. White flag lap this time by, it's about 4 truck lengths. This time Blevins goes to the bottom and he closes right up. Can he get in the draft and make a drastic move down in 3 and 4? I don't think he's close enough to get it done. He'll drop to the bottom. Vinny goes down and covers the line. And it looks like Adam Vinny's going to go to victory circle again. Blevins will be second. Bigelow, Scott, DeMoore through the top 5. Watson is 6th. Then Forstner, Pearson, Mackey, and Spalding inside your top 10. Callis was 11th, McLaughlin 12th, Keir 13th, 14th Tacomba, 15th Bojanic, Frank Chavez 16th, Escobar 17th, 18th was Emerson. Gomez 19th, Harold 20th, Garrett Boyd, some kind of problems for Boyd, he finishes 21st, Everett 22nd, Herman 23rd, and Mashburn never even started the race, he was 24th tonight. Trying to talk to our top 4. Or our top 3, I'm sorry. I think they're all coming out of the same room, aren't they? No, I'm trying to move them, but things keep getting moved on me, so not much fun. Let's see, where's Corey? But he's always around. I just can never find him. Always got to move him twice, too. So, all right, let's grab the driver of the 27. Brock Bigelow, you got a copy?
Sure do, man.
All right, man, we don't have your paint for whatever reason. Trading Paints is being a fool tonight, and we don't have your paint on the screen, but we do have you sitting there next to the other top 3 drivers. Pretty hard fought at the end, but it looked like kind of through the middle that maybe you were going to be mired back there around 8th or 9th place.
Yeah, that's part of coming through the field. I mean, I will say that's been the most fun addition we've added to this league. It's definitely made it a challenge. It's made me better, and it's been a ton of fun. I was a little concerned there that I was going to stall out, like you said, around 8th or 9th, but this stayed the course and kept picking my way up through the field, and I'd definitely take a 3rd place. That was a really fun battle there at the end. Wish I could have held on to the lead there, but it happens. It was still fun.
Looked like there was about half a dozen of you, and then all of a sudden the 21 truck, he darted to the left and got out, and that opened things up a little and made it a 3-truck race. It didn't seem like that really took any pressure off you guys up front, though.
Nah, we've done this enough now where, it's like we know what each other's going to do before we do it. It's a chess match at high speeds, and I'm only smart enough to play checkers. So, yeah, like I said, it was a ton of fun swapping the lead. It was like the shell game where you got to guess where the ball is, just swapping the lead back and forth, high line, low line, middle. And you can't ask for much better racing than that. It was probably fun to watch.
Looked like it was a lot of fun, man. Before we let you get out of here, give me a couple shout-outs, and then we'll let you go celebrate an awesome run tonight.
Thank you. I'd like to shout out Dan Bundy Logging, BeardsConsin.com, Wabam Car Care Products, Next Level Litigation, Nye Welding Equipment, THC Gear, Midwest Truck Series for putting on an awesome league race every Wednesday night. Thanks to the Dirt Racing Network and everything you do, Roger, for entertaining us on and off the broadcast. It's been a ton of fun this season. One more week to go. We're going to finish strong and already looking forward to next season. It's going to be, I've said it 100 times, the racing might be virtual, but the competition is real and the friendships are real. And this is a great group of guys to race with. And that battle there at the end, 5 laps to go, is just a taste of what we can do week in and week out. It is such a blast. Love this group.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on the run. We'll see you, I guess, next week.
Yes, sir. Thank you much.
Brock Bigelow finishing in the 3rd spot tonight. And now the driver is right in between. And, man, I thought he was going to have a chance driving from the back to the front. But Corey Blevins, again, 1 spot short.
Yeah. I'm a little disappointed, ain't gonna lie.
Well, I thought, and I don't know, maybe you had the same thought, after the pit stops, when you come back out and you're only like 5th or 6th and you worked your way to 4th right before the caution flag, that might kind of be it. The podium string and everything else might be kind of over with, but you caught a caution, you got back up there, and then it was just, man, you guys were just slicing and dicing, but nobody had a clear advantage.
Mm-hmm. I needed a couple more laps, and I think I could have got it. I needed a couple more. It is what it is. It looks like we're 12 points apart into the finale. So basically, Adam's going to have to win. And if I finish 2nd and he gets all the points he got tonight and we get the exact same points, we will be tied. So that'll be interesting.
Is it a tiebreaker or season wins?
I don't know. We're going to have to figure that out.
We'll have to ask the powers that be next week and see.
Yes, I guess we're going to have to find out what's the tiebreaker, or if that does happen. I would imagine it'd be wins. If Adam wins, he would have the tiebreaker because we are tied with wins right now. So,
yeah. Well, then it comes down to whoever really can win it next week probably is going to be the champion.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, it's been an awesome season. It doesn't matter, man. You went on a tear, strung about 3 wins together, but you haven't been off the podium since then. So you're right on the cusp of, maybe being able to lock this thing up in the final. It's always the most fun when you do it on the final race, kind of like one of those, scripted fantasy deals.
Yeah, it kind of is, because especially when it's this close, you don't know which way it's going to go. So, it's going to be a really fun battle. I might have to practice a little bit this week, though, because to be honest, I cannot stand North Wilkesboro. So we'll see what happens.
Well, sounds like it's going to be a fun finish anyway, man. Give me some shouts and thank yous before we let you head out.
Keys Architects and Associates, as always. And then, just appreciate the broadcast all season. It's really nice to have and listen to every single week. So appreciate that.
All right, man. Well, congrats on the great run. We'll look forward to seeing what happens next week.
I appreciate it, Roger.
Corey Blevins finishing in the 2nd spot. And now He's kind of been on a roll. He's up on the top of the podium tonight. Adam Vinny picked up another win.
Yeah, kind of makes up for season 2 here, when I potentially could have won it, but we know how that turned out. But yeah, it was fun.
It looked like at the end, man, it was a battle royal. There was 3, 4, 5 of you up there, and nobody had a decided advantage. It was just about putting your truck in the right place at that right moment.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's funny because probably a lap or two before the caution came out, I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, a caution's gonna happen. I just know it. It's inevitable, to tighten up the pack again, and possibly not work in our favor. Fortunately, it did this time around. But I'm like, man, that caution through. I'm like, oh, you've got to be kidding me right now.
Yeah, I was going to say it was kind of weird because you had a big lead right there. I mean, you got out in front of Boyd and got to the about 1.6 seconds, and you get to traffic. He carves it down to right at a second while you were working around those trucks. You get clear of them, you got nothing but open racetrack, and then caution, and I'm sure the air went right out of the balloon.
Oh, it definitely did. I was just cruising around, and yeah, there was some lap traffic that was actually racing real tough. They held their line, so I appreciate all of them, and didn't give me too much grief. It was a lot of fun, even racing with them. So hats off to them. But yeah, I mean, man, clear open, and I'm like, yeah, let's just cruise and relax and just hit our marks and come away with the checker flag. And yep, that nasty yellow looking thing started waving.
Well, we always love the yellow laundry. So it looks like possibly next week, if you can max out on points, win, Blevins gets second, you guys are tied.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised on how close the points are, considering my mishap at Rockingham, and then obviously what happened to me last week. Those didn't help. I believe the first race, that's when I forgot who it was. His screen blacked out, and I ended up getting into the back of him, and we wrecked. I still came back to finish fourth, I believe. But yeah, I mean, just some misfortunes, but fortunate enough to get a few wins in and keep me in the points race, and we'll see what happens. Anything can happen. It's anything can happen.
Well, I got some disappointing news for you.
Yes.
All 4 of you finished in the top 7 that went to the back.
Oh.
That's a half bounty.
Beautiful.
The bounty was pretty large tonight.
Oh yeah? What were we talking? A couple million?
Not quite that much. Close. Real close. Real close. It was $100 bounty, so you get half.
Oh wow. All right. That's what I like to hear.
Now we're trying to figure out which charity you're going to donate it to, unless you just want me to pick. I'm going to give you a hard time all the way to the bank, my friend. But congratulations,
the charity
man.
of my heartache.
Oh my gosh! Well, the guy that's second in the points by just a few has got heartache. Here we go. I can't deal with this. Race car drivers are such wieners sometimes.
I'm lucky. What can I say?
Well, it's all good, man. You earned it, so you and I'll get together later on and get that figured out and get it over to you. And we'll take the other half and roll it in and add to it and start it over again next week for the rest of the guys to see if maybe one of them can come through in the season finale and pick up a win in North Wilkesboro.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. That would definitely be awesome, and I appreciate it.
All right, man. Well, give me some shout-outs before I let you go, and we'll figure out the bounty deal here in just a little bit.
All right, yeah, sounds good, Roger. I appreciate you and the Dirt Racing Network. putting up the bounty and giving us something to strive a little more for. I'd like to thank Beard Wisconsin, Small Batch Beard Oils and Balms, Fridge Brick Time, Next Level Litigation Support, Port Charlotte Lawn Care, Wabam, Velocity Race Wraps. Yeah, my parents back home, my girlfriend, my kids, and thoughts and prayers to Charlie Kirk's family. Real rough time, unfortunate what happened. Hopefully they can get through it, and yeah, I mean, thanks for everybody for watching.
All right, man. Well, congrats on the run, and I will get with you here in just a little while.
Thanks, Ryder. Appreciate it.
Adam Vinny picking up another win in the series, and that'll get him really close in the points as it'll come down to what happens next week for sure. And North Wilkesboro has been exciting every time I've covered it in any other series. I haven't had the trucks on it yet. That is going to be an interesting one for sure. So I can't wait to see what happens there. But that is going to do it for us here tonight. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow night, Netcode Esports Mighty Midget Series, about 8:15 Eastern. Come say hi in the chat. Watch some great midget racing as we start getting ready for things to ramp up as it starts to get cooler outside. And I'm really happy that summer's coming to an end and fall is going to be here, and that's going to put a lot more people inside racing and watching it. So that's good for Digital Sim Sports Network and the Dirt Racing Network. But I want to thank you all for being here. Without you, there's no reason for us to do this. Without all the great leagues giving us awesome racing like we saw again here tonight. Nothing for us to cover, so high fives, pats on the back, all the way around to that. Till we see you the next time. Peace and love to everybody. Keep the rough side